Today, I want to talk about the tools that run my business. Now, I work as a marketer, a coach, an educator, a podcaster, and I might say loosely that I'm a creator as well, although I'm a little bit newer on YouTube. But these are the tools that effectively run the day-to-day operations, run the communication, and run the marketing of my business. So I'm going to break this into three categories. I'm going to talk about the communication tools I use, the content creation tools that I use, and the marketing tools that I use. All right, so we're going to dive in. We're going to talk about the communication tools first. And it's pretty much three tools that do everything from a communication standpoint for me. The biggest one, and I don't know what I would do without it, is Google for Business. This used to be called G Suite, but I think it's Google for Business now. Now, this powers my email, calendar, my Google Docs, my Google spreadsheet, my Google Drive. So it's got all the cloud storage, everything for all my documents, sharing it with people on my team, with clients, all my spreadsheets, calendar, which is incredibly important, and email. So don't know what I would do without this. And we know that we can set up all of our custom domains. So whatever your website is, you can get your email address and you can have it powered by Google for Business. Number two is Slack. This is all of my internal team communications. So all of the contractors and people that work on my team, as well as my primary method of communication for all of the clients that I work with. And Asana. Asana is project management software. They also have a free plan. Slack has a free plan as well. So these are great tools. Google for Business actually used to have a free plan. They don't anymore. So I do actually have one of my old domains for, I believe it was like 8 years, was free, and it just switched over. So I had to pay for it. So Asana for project management, task management, and trying to keep a lot of my to-do lists off of paper, which my wife hates, but I have to-do lists everywhere. I try and keep as many of them as I can in Asana. All right, moving into all of the content creation tools. So I would say Buzzsprout is the primary one that is driving my podcasting. That's where all of my podcasts are hosted. I've got an old one that's still live, plus the Make Me a Marketer podcast and the Marketing Microdose podcast. My wife has two podcasts, so we have, I believe, 5 podcasts altogether on there. Descript is another tool that I use on a weekly basis. Descript I use for some video editing, but primarily I use it for my transcribing. All of my videos and podcasts will go into Descript. I will get the transcription, and I use a lot of that content for ChatGPT to create it. ChatGPT, obviously, as I just mentioned, use it for a lot of my content creation. CapCut, that is my video editing software of choice. I love it. It is created by the company that owns TikTok. It is a great tool, a really simple, easy to use video editing tool. It's not crazy like, Final Cut Pro or Adobe Premiere. Very similar functionalities, just in a more basic format. And better yet, it's 100% free. Canva I use for all of the graphical elements that I'm creating. Instagram carousels, cover photos, podcast covers, YouTube covers, all of it is created in Canva. Canva also has an amazing free plan. I just upgraded to the Pro just to get access to some more of the templates they have in there. But for the longest time, I was using the free plan with Canva as well. Now, there is one tool. I don't use the paid version. I use the free version. But this tool I love for ideation and market research. It's called Answer the Public. And all you do is you type in a search word or a term or a service or a product. So I'll type in something like ChatGPT or Facebook ads or email marketing, and it gives you a ton of information that people are actively searching for on Google. So I believe I typed in Facebook ads and it gave me 386 content ideas. So this tool is amazing. You can do one search for free every single day. If you sign up for an account, you can do 3 free searches a day, or you have they have paid accounts as well. So I just go in there, every now and then I'll just type one in. I just take a screenshot of everything. So I have all of the data, and it's an amazing tool for creating ideas for content. I'm coming down on my list here. as we jump into marketing, my email marketing software of choice is ConvertKit. For a long time, I used ConvertKit. Then I switched over to ActiveCampaign. Now my wife's business is running on ActiveCampaign, but my personal business is running on ConvertKit. I'm a big fan. I'm thinking of switching my wife's business over because ConvertKit I find so incredibly simple, and I'm really enjoying it using it now. So this is currently my one of choice. Stripe for everything billing related. Every payment that is processed through Stripe. I use ClickFunnels for a handful of my funnels. There are a lot of funnel builders out there, but I've been using ClickFunnels for so long that it seems like a lot more hassle to try and switch. I'm very proficient in that software. I can create funnels very quickly. Most of my clients that I work with are using ClickFunnels, so it's very easy. You don't necessarily need ClickFunnels. For example, I created a YouTube video where I walked through how I created a landing page in 60 seconds using ConvertKit. So there's a ton of tools for landing pages. You don't need to use ClickFunnels. There's a lot of other options out there. I've also sold a lot of stuff just using a Google Doc. So tons of options out there. Now I don't presently have a course of my own, but in the past there has been, course software that has been in kind of like my rotation. So I do have one of my partners, we have his course in Circle. My wife's business used to be in Kajabi, and we switched that over to Mighty Networks because their community and feed and conversation components great. So there's a ton of options for courses. I don't really know what my preference is at this point for courses. I do know that Circle is pretty easy to use. Mighty Networks is fairly easy to use. It really comes down to some of these things. If you want a heavy community aspect, kind of like a Facebook group baked in, there's some that are better for that. And if you don't want that, there's actually some where you can't turn that off. So there's one called School and Mighty Networks, where for a long time you couldn't actually turn off the community. So for one of my businesses, we didn't want to manage a community. We just wanted to put courses up. So we stayed away from some of those ones. Now, one tool that I realized I'm actually using as I'm recording this, but I forgot to put on earlier in the list in the communications, which would be Zoom. Zoom is the tool that I use for a lot of my meetings. I'm either using Zoom or Google Meet, which Google Meet is included inside of the Google for Business suite, and it's effectively exactly the same as Zoom. So these are the 12 tools that I use on a daily basis to run my entire business. The beautiful part is so many of them are free. Slack is free. They have paid options. Asana is free. Descript has a free plan. CapCut is free. ChatGPT is free. Canva is free. Answer the Public is free. ConvertKit has a free plan up to 1,000 subscribers. Stripe is free. They just take a percentage of the transactions. ClickFunnels is paid. There isn't any free course softwares out there that I know of. There might be, but so many of these tools are free. So you can pretty much run almost all of the software for your business for nearly free. So if you have any questions on any of these tools, don't hesitate to reach out to me. But until next time, this is it.